Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball. Couple of right. Going head to head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
And the starting lineup for Miami. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Tyler Hero is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at center, locking down the middle. 4 on the clock. Adebayo with a steal. On the break. Oh, my goodness.
Disrespectful.
And he hammers in the reverse slam.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Pass to Isaac. Got it.
And Isaac really a big-time player on the interior. When he's near the basket, he's looking to score the ball.
And here are the Heat. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
The kick out to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. Banchero with a screen on Hero. The 3 from Suggs. Miami grabs the miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Adebayo, a screen on Suggs. And stolen by Banchero. Wagner, left side, puts up a 3. Ooh, poked away. Isaac against Adebayo. 3-pointer. That's good from Jaquez on the assist by Adebayo.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Here's Ware. Wiggins outside. From 17. Second shot opportunity. Ware, that's good. Ware's got 5 now.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's Banchero. Back to Suggs. There's the three. He buries it from three.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
Heat leading by 3. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense, hand in the face, crowd him, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Banchero. Beyond the arc. Adebayo grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Graham.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Now here's Hero. Still no points over Suggs. And again, no good by Miami. Here we go, one-on-one. Blocked. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Kept alive, the kick out to Wiggins. Jaquez with a screen on Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Adebayo from long range. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac finds Wagner. Picked by Isaac. Launches it. And Hero grabs the board. Hero's got 4 rebounds now. And there's the lob. Matadze, the pass to Banchero. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Back to Matadze. Banchero outside. They get it back. Matadze, the pass to Wagner. Orlando again missing.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Ware. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without fouling.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 12 seconds left in the first. Banchero outside. It could go. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. 1 quarter in the book. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Tyler Hero, Kevin Love out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Wiggins in at the 2. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Adebayo's got his first basket.
And what I love about Adebayo is he picks smart shots to take. Just an efficient offensive player.
Wagner outside. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Now here's Wagner, still without a bucket. Now Adebayo. Outside Love. Adebayo sets a screen. Out to the wing. Back to Love. Shoots from the baseline. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Kicks it out to Wagner. Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
On the attack, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Here's where. He's got 7. Clock at 4. Tries yet again. And it's Jaquez laying it in. Jaquez has got 5.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. They get it again. Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Wagner for 3. Jaquez grabs the board.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Pass to Ware. Boom! He jams it straight down.
They allowed him to establish deep position. You just can't do that.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, that battle's already lost.
Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Now here's Hero. He's scoreless. Pass to Adebayo. Wide open look. The shot that time not on target.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Suggs finds Wagner. Back to Suggs. Here's Batadze. Banchero outside. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing. Results in a great look.
Pass to Wagner. And here's Banchero. No good from outside.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now here's Adebayo. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Hero outside. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Suggs, here we go. And he comes up with a bucket. Suggs has got 5 points.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
Pass to Adebayo. Oh, my! What a slam right at the buzzer!
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the 3rd quarter here on 2K Sports. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Heat leading by 11. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
They've got Wagner. Wendell Carter is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's De Silva in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
First team foul.
Wagner, the pass to Black. Wagner with a screen on Mitchell. Clock at 6. The Magic need to put one up here. Here's Carter. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Highsmith passes to Love. Now here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Here's Black. Gets the 3 ball to go. Black's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Mitchell drives in. Pass to Jovic. Let's go with a 3. Orlando with the rebound. Here's De Silva. Yet to see a basket. From outside, off the mark. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Caldwell-Pope. This one for 3. No good there. Here's Jovic. And again, no good by Miami.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Caldwell-Pope. Jacks up a 3. And the call will be against Mo Wagner. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Heat leading by 14. Here's Jovic. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Here's Carter. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Robinson against Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Love. Outside Robinson. Pure from 3. Three-point range. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Black. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Heat have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Love a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Robinson passes to Jovic.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Mitchell. Unloads from 13. It's not going to go for him. Magic trail by 15. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Now here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. Love up top. Pass to Jovic. Back to Love. Outside Robinson. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Jovic. Off target from 3-point range. Orlando is going just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Wagner outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Wagner's got 7 points.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Pass to Highsmith. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Here's Jovic. The three is up. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Wagner. He's got 7. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner with a screen on Robinson. Here's Caldwell Pope. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
Nice job grinding through and earning the whistle. Caldwell Pope felt it coming and just pushed through it.
A line change here for Miami. Miami leading by 10. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. On the attack, Hero. And he lays it up and in. Hero's got his second basket of the game.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Outside Carter. Wagner for 3. It's tipped. And they're able to recover. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Heat out in front. Up 9. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Heat. Jaime Jaquez out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5. Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Adebayo. Kicks it to Hero. Wiggins with a screen on Suggs. Suggs against Hero. Just 5 on the clock. 19-footer. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. It's fun to watch.
The 3 from Banchero. Rebound Miami.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul. Hero against Suggs. It's Jaquez on the wing. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Isaac. Wiggins against Wagner. Back to Isaac. Wagner up top. Suggs surveys the D. 4 on the clock. On the wing, Isaac. Orlando again missing. Wagner with a steal. Pass to Suggs. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Shooting in good rhythm there, Suggs. Off the catch and shoot, nicely done.
Right side, Jaquez. And stolen by Banchero. Jaquez against Wagner. Hero, screen on Wagner. Jaquez, the pass to Hero. Here's Ware. Drains the triple. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his third foul so far. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. It's stolen by Isaac. In transition, the Magic on the run. Suggs against Hero. Up top, Suggs. Pass to Batase. Kicks it out to Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batase with a screen. Wing shot on the way. Rebound Miami. Jaquez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Wagner, the pass to Isaac. Fires from deep. And another miss by Orlando. Miami leading by 15. A minute 42 left to play in the 4th. Miami, no good that time either. Orlando's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
Banchero no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Heat.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational...
Oh, wow!
Come on,
with authority! Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. I'll tell you something. I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Hero against Suggs. Now here's Hero. The D's right on him. Wiggins outside. And there's the call on Banchero. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
19 seconds left in the game. Hero against Suggs. Shot clock at 6.
Orlando.
Wiggins from long range.
Paolo Banchero. 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Miami. Jaquez.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both. There's 10 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Jaquez. From deep 3-point land. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
We've got some. Now Sacramento starting 5. The post pair for will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Ellis. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for Orlando, in the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Bitadze in at the 5.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Now here's Levine. The 3. That one's in, his first shot this game. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Man, good job by Levine fighting for that position.
Here's Suggs. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Levine against Suggs. Murray sets a screen for Levine. Pocket 6. There's a screen by Murray. And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
Mercy, that was downright dirty. Levine, yes, sir.
You know, Stan, as productive as Zach Levine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Here's Levine. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Ellis kicks to Levine. And a miss there on the triple. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Caldwell Pope up top, guarded by Levine. Suggs with a screen for Caldwell Pope. Jacks up a 3. And there's Suggs on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Suggs has got 5 points so far.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Here's Ellis, and it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Levine, a screen on Wagner. DeRozan's shot is good.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Suggs. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Suggs with a screen for Caldwell Pope. 4 on the shot clock. Suggs dishes to Caldwell Pope. No good on the 3. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. Had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches and jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Banchero against Ellis. Kick out to Levine. DeRozan, a screen on Wagner. Inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He has yet to score. Pass to Wagner. Hits the three-point bomb.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Levine. 10 points for him. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jalen Suggs.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. That one good for 2. Suggs has got 7 points.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Murray looking around. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What point? And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the court right now for the Kings, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Caldwell Pope against Levine. From downtown, that's good from Banchero on the assist by Caldwell Pope. 7 points in the game.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Levine against Suggs. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's Banchero missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
On the wing, Levine. He's covered by Suggs. Suggs against Levine. Murray sets a screen for Levine. Outside for Murray. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. And it's a 9-point Kings lead.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Down low. Takes it off the glass. Murray's got 8 points.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Wagner against DeRozan. Wagner passes to Suggs. Caldwell Pope for 3. Drains the three-pointer. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the half. Drives to the hoop, and Levine throws it down.
A guy more than capable of creating his own offense. Sometimes you just give him the ball and get out of his way.
And that one's good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, You do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Levine for 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And here now the Kings. They're on a 14-6 run. Suggs against Levine.
Magic foul.
And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree.
And loving the aggression from Sabonis, going right up for the dunk there. Nice.
He gets that one. Now Ellis, still yet to score. Levine, a screen on Caldwell Pope. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Sacramento with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to it. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You got to give him credit.
A post pairing, Isaac and Carter Jr. Then there's Black. And it's Queen in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Kings leading now by 14. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Here's LaRavia in a strong finish with two hands.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up the team. Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Monk outside. Six on the shot clock. And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you, Monk has some bunnies on him. I mean, he leaps up there with ease to throw that one down. The D has got to be a little bit more aware of his athleticism.
Black, no good. Kings leading now by 15 to the left side wing. Launches a three, and that one's good. LaRavia's got 5 now.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Magic foul. Black. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Monk left side. Pass to LaRavia. From outside, off the mark. The Magic trail by 16. Isaac outside. Carter outside. And then Carter with the dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Monk kicks to Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Black the pass to Queen. Back to Black. Isaac a screen on Monk. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
Monk outside. They get a hand on it. To the inside. Here's De Silva. Good work defensively by Crowder. Kings leading now by 14. Miles inside. Isaac on him. Valanciunas sets a screen for Crowder. Back to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Carter. And here we go with the Magic pass break. And Queen gets it to go. Queen's got 6 points in the quarter.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there. Just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Third team foul.
On defense, Orlando. They trail by 11. Here's LaRavia. He's got 5. Back to Monk. Shot clock at 5. A steal.
Yeah, and before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
27 seconds left here in the third quarter. Black, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the dunk by Lyles.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Pass to De Silva. From outside the arc. That shot, no good. Lyles with a wide open look, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. We've got Trey Lyles, Jay Crowder out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. De Silva, no good. Sacramento leading by 13. Pass to Lyles. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you know?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Levine against Suggs. Wide open look here for Murray. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 5th assist in this one. Levine against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Levine sets the screen for Ellis. Here he goes. And it's slammed in by Ellis.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Sacramento. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points, and stolen by Wagner. Banchero finds Suggs. And it's off from three-point range. Kings leading now by 15. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Levine for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Pass to Bitadze. And here's Banchero. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Outside DeRozan. There's a minute 34 left in the game. Sweet move, the shake, and the dunk by DeRozan.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Kings.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zach LaVine.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Good on the three-point shot.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's LaVine, and he drives in, and LaVine with the slam.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Fires the three, and it's Wagner with the rebound. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Banchero kicks to Wagner. Banchero passes to Wagner. Banchero is screened for Wagner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. LaVine with it. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now, much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So...
We got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position. So it's Miami now. The Kings getting their last shot to go.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And it's LaVine with the ball for Sacramento. Murray, a screen on Wiggins. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
You know, Zach LaVine is so energetic out there on the floor. You gotta love a guy who consistently plays at a very high effort level like that.
Now here's Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. Hauled in by the Kings. Murray scanning the floor. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside LaVine. Beyond the arc. Adebayo grabs the board.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Hero with the bucket.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
LaVine with a screen on Jaquez. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Hero. To the paint. Here's Ware. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That'll belong to Sabonis. Miami shooting their first free throw this game. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. LaVine against Wiggins. Outside LaVine. Down low. Here's Murray. Outside for LaVine. Shot clock at 5. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Off the mark there with a 3. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. From downtown. Connects from downtown.
Too much to worry about with Bam is in the post and on the elbow making plays. And now he's making threes. Wow.
Picked by Murray. Adebayo with a steal. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second-best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. Hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
And the big finish by Adebayo!
And how about Adebayo just getting up and getting athletic?
Levine surveys the D. Picked by Sabonis. Levine passes to Ellis. Sabonis outside. Nails it from 3.
Right now, Sabonis just taking charge, taking initiative, and getting aggressive on offense.
And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Right side Jaquez. Floats one up. DeRozan with the rebound.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Picked by Sabonis. Levine with it. Now Wiggins defending. Back to Levine. Fires for 3. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Levine's got 6 points.
And Levine knows he has the green light to take these shots, and his confidence is really impressive.
From behind the arc. But it's Ware missing.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. Launches it. Rebound Miami. Wiggins outside. Again, the Heat misses. Now the Kings in transition. Ellis passes to Murray. Over Adebayo. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Sacramento. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court for the Kings, second quarter underway. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Ellis in at the point. And the shot's good.
Maybe some underrated parts of Kevin Love is the strength that he has in that lower body. It sells at absorbing that contact and then up and powers through.
Now here's LaVine to the middle. It's stolen by Love. Jaquez with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Wiggins against DeRozan. They kick it out to Murray. LaVine with a screen on Adebayo. Murray passes to LaVine. From the arc. And Hero grabs the board. The Heat with the lead, and Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Here's LaVine. Miami making their last shot. Sabonis with a screen on Wiggins. LaVine passes to Sabonis. It's stolen by Love. Adebayo in the post. He's against Murray. Off with the layup.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Oh, DeRozan sinks it through contact.
And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Wiggins finds Love. Wiggins against DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Oh, big time finish by Wiggins.
Intelligent play there by Hero. Upsets the defense and then hands it off for the assist.
Wiggins against LaVine. Sabonis with a screen on Wiggins. Out to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. That drops. And it comes off an assist from LaVine. Ellis has got 5.
You got to keep that head up, and LaVine knows that. able to hit his man in stride there.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Another shot, and it's rejected. And he recovers it, and finished off by Adebayo. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, BA, would you do that?
Oh, Zach LaVine takes flight.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, LaVine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Pass to Love from outside the arc. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
He's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
They set the screen. Outside LaVine. Sabonis with a screen on Jaquez. Outside Murray. 5 on the clock. Shot from 16. Ooh, LaVine with another miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
There's a screen by Love. Here's Hero. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Now a timeout by Sacramento. There's 48 seconds left to play in the second quarter. DeRozan against Jaquez. LaVine with a screen on Jaquez. DeRozan passes to Ellis. Outside LaVine. 5 to shoot. On the break. Here's Wiggins. Ooh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Wiggins against LaVine. Picked by Sabonis. LaVine against Wiggins. LaVine passes to Sabonis. And it's good. Credit LaVine with the assist.
3 points.
Sabonis has got 6.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Heat. They're up by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Mitchell out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. LaRavia. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, BA, it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Lyles, the pass to Monk. Back to Lyles. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Here's Highsmith. No made baskets yet. They get the rebound. Outside Robinson. Pass to Ware. Tries again. That one is off.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Outside Monk. Drives to the hoop. Impressive!
Wow! B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Mitchell. And that looked good. And the Heat lead by 4. For Sacramento, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Sacramento foul. Arabia. First personal foul. First team foul.
Out of bounds. It'll be Kings ball.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Mitchell against Monk. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Valanciunas with a screen on Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Monk for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Monk's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Has to Ware. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Lyles. Sacramento has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Crowder with a screen. And here's Valanciunas. Crowder outside. For the lead. Going inside. Misses the layup. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. It's a 1-point game. To the inside. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Jovic. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
Kings ball.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Crowder a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Crowder.
Heat foul. Jovic. First personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 15 left in the third. Here's Laravia. Valanciunas sets a screen. Just 4 to shoot for the lead. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. Crowder against Robinson. Crowder grabs the miss. The Kings have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Monk for 3. Pass to Lyles. Valanciunas sets a screen. Lyles, the pass to Laravia. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Ware. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Ware's got 5 points.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Monk against Mitchell. Valanciunas sets a screen. Outside Monk. He takes it in. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Heat out in front, up by 3. And fourth quarter back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Kings. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
And just superb concentration from the crafty guard. Hero taking the contact like a champ.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Here's Sabonis. The shot, no good. Love with the defensive effort. Wiggins with it. He's picked up by Levine. Hero for three. Drops in the three. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
Now, producing from behind the arc, that is huge stuff from Tyler Hero.
Levine with a screen on Hero. There's the drive. Ellis passes to Levine. Picked by Murray. Levine finds Murray. Rebound Miami. Hero outside.
Sacramento foul. First. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Oh, tough bucket, Wiggins.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
Levine against Wiggins. Sabonis with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And Hero does a nice job driving in there and then making sure he gets fouled.
And so Hero nails both of them.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Outside Levine. Levine down the lane. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Hero outside. Pass to Love. Back to Hero. Outside for Love. Takes it inside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Heat lead by 8.
Some recognition from Kevin Love, seeing a lane and pouncing on it. Great awareness.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. On the wing, Levine, pounded by Wiggins. Lets the three fly. Look at Levine stretching his range.
Oh, you have to applaud Levine's work ethic. He gives his all to find points for his team.
Hero outside. Outside Love. Murray against Adebayo. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. On the wing, Levine. There's the three. And it's good. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession. And and he nets it.
So it's all come down to this.
It's really that time where your leaders must step up.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
.41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sabonis with a screen on Wiggins. Levine attacking. Ooh, Levine with full force.
Just a really gifted athlete. Levine's speed makes him an effective penetrator.
Hero outside. Yes!
And Tyler Hero not shy that time.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Levine against Wiggins. Sabonis with a screen on Wiggins. Sabonis outside. Here's Levine for three. The three won't fall. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. So a close game sees Miami taking this one. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Brent Barry.
Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Sliding in at the wing, you'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then there's Banchero. Then there's Suggs. And it's Bitadze in at the center. Good ball movement here by Miami. 5 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Suggs. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist from Suggs.
3 points.
Caldwell Pope's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the matchup. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after.
Kevin Love's checked in for Miami.
Another big hand.
On defense, Orlando. It's a 3-point game, and it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Hero. Jaquez with the screen on Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Rejection.
Caldwell Pope showing us excellent timing there, using his length well on defense.
Wagner finds Banchero. Bitadze the pass to Banchero. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Hero against Caldwell Pope. Love, no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
The offensive rebound, Love. Hero sets the pick for Jaquez. There's the drive, and that one is hammered home.
And that ends the struggle. You can feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's Wagner. Off target at the rim. The Heat have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now Love. Back to Wiggins. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Boy, Wiggins does it in so many different ways. That scoring versatility of his, special. This time he got it done in the painted area.
Suggs kicks to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Banchero a screen on Hero. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Basket good.
Boy, that's just a toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Caldwell Pope against Hero. Love with the screen on Caldwell Pope. Shots good by Hero.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Banchero has screened for Suggs. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Banchero outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Banchero's got 10.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Shots good by Hero.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Caldwell Pope with the screen on Hero. And Suggs throws it down.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
Adebayo passes to Love. And here is Hero. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And so it's Orlando in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Wagner in at the 5 down low. Trains it from beyond the arc.
No hesitation from Wiggins, shooting with confidence and conviction.
Magic leading by 6. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season has really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
To the middle, here's Ware. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Nice assist there, typically attacking with the scoring move. This time, Wiggins attacks with the pass.
Banchero finds Wagner. From deep. It's hauled in by Hero.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Rejected by Banchero. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Wagner against Jaquez. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Heat trail by 4. Back to Adebayo. Driving to the basket.
And great ball handling and control on the move. A couple things that elevate Adebayo as a big man.
Suggs up top. He's got 9. Wagner kicks to Suggs. And that time, also a missed shot. The Heat have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Jaquez. And here's Adebayo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Throughout his career, Clark, Contavious Caldwell Pope has proven himself to be a quality player.
He certainly has, and I love the way he plays. He's locked in all the time at both ends, really not only understands his role, Kevin, but embraces it. He's out there to space the floor with his shooting and then provide a lot of energy and versatility on defense.
And that one is good from Suggs.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Wiggins passes to Love. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Love's got 5 now.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Wagner finds Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. Wagner with it, guarded now by Kevin Love. Knocked away and stolen by Wiggins. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
That's not fair. Adebayo using his athleticism to give this crowd something to remember.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Hero attacking, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Pass to Adebayo. Jaquez outside. Shot clock at 6. Now Love. Back to Jaquez. Shoots over Wagner. Jaquez can't hit. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Wagner passes to Banchero. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Pass to Love. 3-pointer. Orlando grabs the miss. Caldwell Pope outside. Driving inside. To the wing right side. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Banchero. Suggs. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Jalen Suggs.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Mitchell. He's out there with Robinson. And it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Inside. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's Black, covered by Mitchell. Black kicks to Carter. Over in the corner, Isaac. And that one is good. Isaac's got his first points of the night. Where there's a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Robinson dishes to Ware. For the tie. And Jovic gets it to go. Jovic has got the game tied up here for Miami.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Over over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Mitchell passes to Ware. Here's Heisman. Out to the right wing. Ware, no good. Orlando's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Green the pass to Black. Off target from three-point range. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Here's Jovic. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Orlando leading by 3. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Black the pass to Queen. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Robinson with it. Scoreless thus far. Mitchell outside. Count it.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Carter kicks to Isaac. Back to Carter. Here's the 3. Hands it from downtown. And the Magic lead by 4.
Easy look provided by Wendell Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can share the rock.
Robinson sets a screen for Mitchell. That one goes in. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Wagner finds Isaac. Tries a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Miami's on 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Jovic. For the lead. And no good that time. Isaac with some nice D. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Black, no good. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Over to the wing. Here's Ware, defended by Carter. And that one is stuffed right through.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Black. Over in the corner, Isaac. The Magic again can't hit. Mitchell looking it over. Here's Highsmith. Can't get the 3 to fall. It's all tied in Miami. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Orlando, in the backcourt for him, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. Here's Hero. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
And Miami making a change here. Love's checked in. Hero against Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Love. Traps in the tray.
Love's three-point shooting ability helps draw big men away from the hoop, and that's really valuable to this offense.
Wagner a screen on Hero. And Suggs throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Jaquez, back to Hero. Down low. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Rising above the rim, Wiggins encountered very few defenders who can meet him up at that apex.
And Carroll is screened for Caldwell Pope. And stolen by Wiggins. Adebayo drives in. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Orlando ball.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Wagner passes to Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Banchero outside. Buries it from three-point range. And the Magic lead by 4.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Jaquez with the steal. Wallace with it. Picked up by Banchero. And a wide open look for Hero. That falls. Great assist by Love.
And, you know, some guys shrink as the game tightens. Hero calls for the ball. Clutch.
Suggs kicks to Wagner. Suggs screen on Adebayo. Pass to Wagner. Hero against Suggs. 4 on the clock. His three-pointers off the mark. The Heat trail by 3. Love with the screen on Suggs. Love outside. Up top, Jaquez. Here's Adebayo. And it's blocked. Wagner against Hero. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Wagner a screen on Jaquez. Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jaquez.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Hero against Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Jalen Suggs was known for knocking down big-time hoops in college, and we're already seeing it translate here in the NBA as well. Great confidence from that young man.
And here's Love for 3. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They're having a problem dealing with Kevin Love.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Caldwell Pope finds Wagner. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Wagner. Back to Caldwell Pope. Wiggins against Wagner. They set the screen. Orlando needs to get off a shot.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
A wide open look for Love. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes. The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
Caldwell Pope with the screen on Adebayo. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing.
fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Batase in at the 5.
They're roughing Murray up a little in there, but he's built to take punishment and can still deliver.
Poke loose. Suggs outside. Banchero surveys. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope. 5 on the clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Both shots good from the strike.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Banchero against Levine. For 3. No good on the shot.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, BA. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect. So I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
And Sacramento has possession. The Magic making their last shot. And stolen by Suggs. Wagner outside. Banchero the screen. Wagner the pass to Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Yep, that one goes.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. DeRozan passes to Levine. Sabonis with a screen on Banchero. And Levine, throw it down.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's DeRozan with the drive. Murray with it. Rebounded by Suggs. Banchero with it. He's picked up by Levine. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope. Banchero passes to Caldwell-Pope. Oh, got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Now here's Levine. On the take. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Levine against Banchero. Now here's Levine, guarded closely, and the basket is good. Levine's got his second basket of the night.
A strong inside scorer. Once Levine feels like he's got room to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Banchero the screen. Suggs the pass to Banchero. Offensive rebound. Kings trail by 5. Here's Levine for 3. Ooh, Levine with another miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Murray for 3. He drops it from range. Murray's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Murray not holding back, finding a way to be assertive.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Wagner outside. Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Outside Levine. Back to Murray. The 3 ball. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Orlando again missing. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, and Murray makes this look all too easy. Superb at throwing it down with some power.
Suggs surveys the D. 3-pointer. Can't hit that one. It's all tied in Sacramento. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you think about the Kings here, guys?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope, and it's Wagner in at the 3. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points in the game.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Murray, a screen on Banchero. Levine passes to Murray. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the G must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
The Kings leading. Oh, deflected. Suggs with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Suggs outside. The 3. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Wagner against DeRozan. Levine with a screen on Banchero. DeRozan, forceful inside. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Banchero passes to Wagner. Shot clock at 5. Banchero the screen. The 3 from Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Carter, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's the 3. They get it back.
Kings foul. Ellis. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Banchero with a screen on Levine. Banchero outside. 6 on the shot clock. With 1 on the clock. Banchero hammers it home.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
I'll say this. Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner against DeRozan. Wagner, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Offline with a 3. The Kings have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And Kentavious Caldwell Pope picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. DeRozan finds Murray. Murray makes his move. Outside for Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a three. The rebound by Carter. Orlando has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. On the wing, Suggs. Banchero the screen. The three is up. And it's Suggs with the three. Suggs has got 6 here in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job breaking through the screen.
And the dunk by Levine.
He's just a ridiculous athlete. Like, for me, I enjoy watching Zach LaVine use that athleticism to the fullest.
Suggs with the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Kicks it to DeRozan. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
Orlando leading by 4. Now Suggs. He's got 13.
Sturdy play by Suggs. He doesn't let the hit mess with his shot, and he's going to the line.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Kings have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Levine against Banchero. Murray, a screen on Banchero. Levine can't hit. The three from Suggs. And we finished off 1 half of play. Magic out in front. They lead by 7. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Jay Crowder is out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Atadze, the pass to Black. Atadze with a screen. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Here's Queen, covered by Crowder. Pass to De Silva, puts up a 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Kings trail by 7. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Lyles. Second chance effort. Outside Monk. Second shot opportunity. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Queen, rebound by Sacramento.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Crowder, that's good.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Orlando leading by 5. Here's Black. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Queen. Here's Black. 5 on the clock. Gets the trifecta. And the Magic lead by 8.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Outside Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen. Monk into the lane. Basket's good. Monk's got his first 2 points of the night.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's the pick. Here he goes. Pass to De Silva. Here's Queen. Here's Black. That one drops for him. Black's got 5 points now in the quarter. Kings trail by 8.
Orlando foul. Black. First personal foul. First team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Arabia. Into the lane. And rejected. Here's De Silva. Monk covers. Pass to Queen. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 10-point Orlando lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Outside Monk. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Driving inside. And a nice finish on the layup. Monk's gotten his second bucket. Magic leading by 8. Here's Black. He's got 5. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
Here's Queen, covered by Crowder. The Magic need to put one up here. De Silva, no good. Kings trail by 8. 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Here's Queen, covered by Crowder. Pass to De Silva. Got it off in time. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Orlando Magic leading by... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And the Kings going with a whole new group out there. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bataze in at the 5. Outside Levine. Misses the 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Wagner missing. Kings trail by 6. Outside Levine. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Levine against Banchero. DeRozan, a screen on Banchero. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
What determination from Levine. Finding his finish despite the contact.
Kings foul. Ellis. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Off target from outside. Well, the Kings shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Releases. And another basket for Sacramento.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Zach LaVine. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Magic.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hand.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
You know, when it comes to Keegan Murray, it's his all-around presence that helps this team, Richard.
Yeah, he's a very talented glue guy. He doesn't make a ton of splash plays, but he is steady and consistent, and coaches love players like that.
Here's Ellis. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. LaVine to take the lead. It's rebounded by Banchero. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They've led by as much as 10. Oh, swiped away. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Outside LaVine. DeRozan a screen. And Carroll against LaVine. And that misses. That would have put him up. Orlando has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
And Sabonis slams it in.
Answering the bell, Sabonis, big time, guys.
Here's Batase. He's guarded by Sabonis. The kick out to Banchero. The three-pointer off the mark. The three from Suggs. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this. Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
LaVine with a screen on Wagner. 5 to shoot. Here's Ellis. And there's the rejection.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on. Improving his ability to knock away shots.
Magic leading by 4. Suggs outside. Banchero outside. Launches a 3. Rebound by Sacramento. LaVine with it. Caldwell Pope covering. LaVine against Suggs. Murray, a screen on Suggs. Outside LaVine. Kicks it to DeRozan. And DeRozan, the hang time.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Suggs. And he buries it.
And once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
LaVine with a screen on Wagner. DeRozan up top. Outside for LaVine. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Answering the call. Zach LaVine, he wants the ball late. He wants to be the go-to guy.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock. Yeah, you need a forward who can get those freebies. Banchero looking to be that guy for this team.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Timeout call. Sacramento. They're trailing by 4. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Now here's Levine. DeRozan outside. For the tie! Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just...
look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Hero out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Ware in at the center. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Murray a screen on Wiggins. Levine feeling it out a bit. Murray a screen on Adebayo. Levine's shot is off. And there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Love's checked in for the Heat.
Heat substitution. Number 42, Kevin Love.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, the Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now Sabonis, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. Lock at 6. LaVine, a screen on Hero. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Here's Ellis. LaVine, a screen on Hero. Pass to Sabonis. Murray sets a screen for Sabonis. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hero with it. And here's Adebayo. Here's Love. And Sabonis pulls it down. On the wing, DeRozan. Jaquez defending. Back to LaVine. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like LaVine.
Sacramento foul. Ellis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Hero against Ellis. Love, and the dunk by Love.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's DeRozan. LaVine, a screen on Jaquez. DeRozan dishes to LaVine. Outside, Sabonis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the 3. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Wiggins.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
There's Levine. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Hero. Love finds Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. To the paint. Adebayo with the bucket. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
Levine against Wiggins. Sabonis' screen on Wiggins. Poked away. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. Wiggins sets a screen for Love. Pass to Wiggins. Hero with it. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is no good. Outside Levine. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And so it's the Miami Heat bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Heat?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Wiggins in at the 2-guard spot. Clock at 4. Levine gets the bucket.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
The Heat leading by 5. Now Hero. And here's Love from the arc. Connects from 3-point range. Love's got 7 points.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Levine a screen on Hero. Ellis kicks to Levine. Back to Ellis. Outside Levine. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Wiggins going inside, and Wiggins throws it down hard.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Adebayo against Levine. Out to DeRozan. Levine sets the screen for DeRozan. Shoots the 3. And there's Levine on the assist from DeRozan. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Andrew Wiggins.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Hero against Ellis. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Kings ball.
The Kings trail by 7. Now Levine. 8 points for him. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
The rebound by Kevin Love. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Love with the screen on Ellis. Ellis against Hero. To the inside. Love. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And that's now 9 points for Love.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Levine passes to Sabonis. Back to Levine. Sabonis' screen on Wiggins. Levine kicks to Murray. And the layup's good off the glass. Murray's got his first basket of the night.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Hero against Ellis. Wiggins, a screen on Ellis. Kicks it out to Love. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Levine against Hawkhead. Outside Levine. Driving the lane, and the jam by Levine.
Mercy, that was downright dirty. Levine, yes sir.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Holds it up for Adebayo, and stolen by Murray. And here we go, fast break. Levine's got it. Pass to Sabonis, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Jay Crowder out there with Malik Monk. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's LaRavia. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Valanciunas finds Monk. Valanciunas with a screen on Mitchell. Monk against Mitchell. The shot by Monk is no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Inside. Here's Valanciunas. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
With his strength, it isn't easy to upset Valanciunas with a little contact. You're going to have to get a lot more physical than that.
Monk against Mitchell. Here's Jovic. Valanciunas grabs the board. The Kings trail by 4. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And it's Miami with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Mitchell against Monk. It's tipped. Crowder with the steal. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Laravia. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Mitchell against Monk. Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered closely, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Monk.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And Mitchell drops them both. The Kings trail by 4. And here is Monk. No scoring in this one. Six on the shot clock. Valanciunas inside. He doesn't hit that one.
2 minutes.
The Heat leading by 4. Mitchell with it. He has 5. Pass to Highsmith. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Highsmith got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Monk dishes to Crowder. Valanciunas with a screen on Robinson. Crowder and Ware pulls it down. He'd have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Jovic. And again, Miami with the triple.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Robinson against Crowder. Screen by Valanciunas. Crowder kicks to Valanciunas. Monk against Mitchell. To stop the run. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to 7. Good work from Monk. Monk's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Crowder against Robinson. He takes it in, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Monk against Mitchell. There's the pick. Monk right side. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Miami ball.
Robinson sets a screen for Mitchell. To the middle. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. And now an 11-point Heat lead.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Miami holding on to an 11-point cushion. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Hero with it. Sabonis defending. And he banks in the layup.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Levine, a screen on Hero. Ellis, the pass to Levine. Five to shoot. Launches it. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. Pass to Hawkins. Adebayo with a screen on DeRozan. Hawkins the pass to Hero. Into the lane. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And how about the moxie of this kid? Hero has flair to his game. He's fun to watch. And I tell you, he wouldn't be any fun to play against.
Dan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Murray sets a screen for Levine. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Heat leading by 13. Now Hero, stolen by Ellis. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Ellis.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Inside. Kicks it out to Hero. Knocks it loose.
Team foul. Ellis. 5th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
On defense, Sacramento, they trail by 11. Love with the screen on Ellis. 6 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. He'll sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, easy call.
Sacramento making a switch here. Monk's checked in. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Levine sets the screen for Monk. Outside, Levine. Oh, good on the triple.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now Hero. To the paint. Here's Hawkins. Just 4 to shoot. Adebayo with the screen on DeRozan. Wide open look. That is good off the back rim and in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Love.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Love with the screen on Monk. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Off target from outside. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. For three, Levine. Good on the triple.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Love. And good that time. And the Heat lead by 12.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Fires from way outside. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were...
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Dave...